Please welcome Grace Davies to the stage.
Sorry, baby. Hello. Why is this mic pointing to my vagina? Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna let you talk because I don't know what to say.
Brilliant, because I do. I've got lots of questions prepared. All we're going to do is basically talk about the album. I want to start off with knowing, what is the first lyric from this album that you remember writing?
So, I guess because A Wonderful, Boring, Normal Life was written before I even knew that I was going to make an album, and I sort of said it in that there, but it's the song that brought me back from quitting, and I felt like that for quite a while. Being an indie artist is really, really hard, as you just saw on the screen. So I kind of discount that one, and The Wrong Side of 25 is what made me want to make an album. So I would say that one because I knew I had the album title before I had the songs. So kind of slotting that into 25 and The Youngest I'll Ever Be was kind of came before everything in a way. Yeah.
Having that album title and then realising you want to write about it, and kind of the idea that you're on the wrong side of 25, there's an idea of the industry of what you should be, and then you're achieving everything but not at the time they think you should achieve it.
Yeah.
When you were writing that, did you feel like there was things you learned along the way? Like, was there things about yourself that you realised, or about the world that you realised?
I think generally as an artist, you're kind of looked at sometimes to be like too old to be an artist. You only have to look at my PTSD story of X Factor, where you have the over 25s category, and you think of people like Wagner, and then love you, Wagner. However, to now be grouped in with, I was going to say with that, but like to be grouped in with someone that I guess the audiences at home see as past it. And it's always like Johnny from Tesco's that never like made it, and now they're back with their last chance. To be a 28-year-old releasing their first album, you do feel too old, I think, because the industry has made you that way. Also, just the dread of turning 30, I think was very prominent.
Cheers from the audience.
Sorry guys if you're over 30, but not excited to join you. It's something that I think just my fear of aging has always been something that I've thought about a lot, and you can hear it in a lot of the songs, I think.
Yeah, what I loved about listening to the album was it felt real. Like me and my friend earlier were talking about, like, oh my God, this is like how we feel about life, and somebody's saying that, but you had to put your trauma and your sadness on the line to kind of create that album. What was the hardest song to write?
So there's two ways of answering that. One is Super Love Me was really fucking hard to write because we had to rewrite it about 5 times because chorus was great, the rest was shite. So that was hard. But I think Youngest I'll Ever Be, I mean, obviously it's I keep saying that one is like an overture, and it's just, if you listen to me, then it's like here's what I've been going through, and then if you've never listened to me before, it's like here's everything about me, and I'm you're my therapist, and I'm just gonna give you everything, and no, I'm not gonna pay you for it. You're actually gonna pay me. But I think that one was hard, but then in a way also easy, because it's like writing a diary, and I'm not a big talker, so to be able to put my feelings and my thoughts into something where I don't normally share them with my friends is quite nice, and then to see the reception to that song, particularly on album release day, of like people being like, I relate to this and I therefore feel less alone. I think as a songwriter, that's the only thing you could ever wish for, is for you to feel less alone as a writer, and then another person who's going through the same shite that you're going through to be like, thank you for that, because I felt really alone in it. So yeah, it was difficult but also therapeutic.
Does it feel good for you as well, knowing that like everything you're going through is kind of a universal feeling? And I mean, it's shit in it because it's like everyone else is kind of going through the same sadness, but knowing that other people are experiencing it too. The more I live, the more I realise that I've never had an original experience.
So I think, yes, it definitely makes me feel better. But then I message some of the amazing people that are in this room that are messaging me like, I relate to Youngest I'll Ever Be so much. And I'm like, that's great, but also so sorry. Because I know how shit that was. So yeah, I think it is therapeutic on both sides, but also really sad. Yeah.
With Super Love Me, you said that you rewrote it and rewrote it and rewrote it. How do you know when it's ready?
When it feels like a hit, I think, which is, yeah, and fuck everyone that's not made it a hit, which is no one in this room. But that song is ridiculous, and I knew it from the day that I wrote it. And Nick's here, and Paul's here, who I wrote it with. And we wrote Youngest I'll Ever Be together. And I think just you can sometimes sit in a room and feel like this is a great song, it's a great song, and then for some reason it flops, or I don't know, you get too into it or you overthink things. But I think with this album, like, there's a common phrase which Paul said in the mini doc thing there, which is like, it's mental, but it's also not shit. And we kept saying that the whole way through. It's not shit, is it? And we got to the end of the album the day that we mastered it, it's not shit. So I think that's the main like sign off point for me.
I mean, it's definitely not shit.
No, it's not shit.
The Wrong Side of 25. In this moment now, like looking at everyone who's kind of turned up and how much love the album's already getting, do you still feel that way?
No, and the reason is because I think everything, I said it in a poem that I wrote for release night, like, I've done it in my own time. And I think the industry, you can either call it cruel or unfair. I think I've had a lot of bad luck throughout my career, and you can look at it in two ways, but I've just looked at it as like, right, well, that's just the universe telling me that now is not the right time. So if I need to make my debut album at 28, that's just the way it's going to be, and then the world will listen, because that's the way I'm having to do it. I don't have a choice. So I don't necessarily feel like too old to be a pop star. I feel underrated. But this is like the first time in my life where I've actually felt confident to say something like that. I'm very, very self-deprecating as a person. So I listen to this album and I see your guys' messages going, this is a masterpiece. And I'm like, well, yes. Good. Yeah.
If you could go back to like TV talent show you and give them one bit of advice about success, what would you say?
Don't trust Simon Cowell. No, I'm joking. I'm actually joking. He's really nice, which is so annoying. No, I think, it's easy to come off a show like that, particularly when you get like overnight success and just think that you've got it sorted. Like, I was very lucky on that show that I went on singing my own songs thinking I'll probably just get past the first couple of rounds and then anyone who liked me will just follow my journey from then. I never for a second thought that I would get as far as I did. And then obviously to get signed to the label and stuff. So it was very easy to not let it go to your head, but to be like, I'm sorted, I'm cool. And then life hits you very hard and fast. So I think I would just tell myself, prepare for the worst at all times, which is what I do now. Which again makes me a bit of a negative Nancy sometimes, but anything that happens that is great is always a nice surprise.
Has your idea of success changed at all?
Yeah, because I think 10 years ago I would have seen success as having a swimming pool in my back garden and a house in LA and a house in London and a house in wherever else. What I really wanted is the Blue Hotel from Mamma Mia, but that hasn't quite happened yet.
In time.
In time, exactly that. And now I see success as like tonight, like the amount of people that have turned up. I don't want to cry, but it does make me emotional because I put these things out and I think no one's going to come. My team hear me say it all the time. Can we not announce another live show? We're never going to sell it out. And then we do. And I'm like, oh, sorry, guys. But I think I'm always like so taken aback by the amount of support that the people in this room and beyond give me. So that is my level of success is like down here and what I'm achieving is up here. And that's always so nice.
I mean, everybody in this room literally loves you. Like, the whole conversation before you came downstairs was just people going like, oh, isn't Grace just so nice? Isn't she so great? And then, like, one of your friends gave me a, like, friendship bracelet them and then Mum had made, and it's just, like...
Honestly.
So much appreciation for
I
you.
know, and I've been collecting them, as you can see. These are all, like, different song titles that people have given me over the past year. and they're all, you know, if I performed Another Night 4 or 5 months before it even came out, and they were making me bracelets for it, and it's just like that. I have a box at home of cards and bracelets and wristbands and different things that people have given me over the years, over the past 8 years really, and I just know that I will give that to my kids, and then when I die, we can put a friendship bracelet on my tombstone.
Lovely and cheery.
Super lovely.
Can you give your friends here and on the live stream as well a bit of a exclusive, like, is there an Easter egg in one of the songs, like maybe a lyric or a story from making it that people might not know but they'd enjoy hearing?
I don't know about like a story, but I think there's a lyric that no one's caught on to yet, which again, not to keep bringing it up, because I genuinely have kind of moved past it and done quite well to not be attached to it, but in Youngest I'll Ever Be, there's a lyric that says, is it time to face the music, 30 hits and then you lose it? And for me, it's like, there is that saying, is it time to face the music? And then also, it's time to face. So, and no one's got that yet. So, yeah, there's quite a few lyrics in the album that are like that, double meanings.
Like little notes for you, almost like a diary, I suppose, like you were saying earlier.
Exactly that. Yeah, it's been my favourite thing to do Easter eggs. There was a number 25 on the iron, on the MDE artwork, which some people clocked onto, some people didn't. Hotel Delilah was at the start of the Another Night music video. No one fucking got that for 9 months. I was like, guys, it's a really big Easter egg. No one's getting it. But there's been things along the way, and not to be like Taylor Swift, but it's been nice to hide things in plain sight.
Where was the album recorded?
So we recorded it mainly at Paul's studio in King's Cross at Talyard. We love the treehouse. Woohoo! May she be famous forever. And then we went to Rack Studios, which was an absolute dream because a plaque of Robbie was on the wall.
Who is here tonight?
Robbie's graced us with his presence. But yeah, it was an absolute dream to be in that studio where you just know so many greats have walked through. And I think I've done so much throughout this album process where, you know, you're super indie and like we all know who I am, and that's great, but there's so many people outside this room that don't, and yet throughout this entire process I've always been made to feel like such a big deal and really special, and that's just testament to the people that I've worked with that have put their absolute all into it.
But also a testament to your talent.
Maybe, that's my kind. It may well be, but either way, like I think working in those studios, like I've genuinely had the best time. Like making this record was like the best year of my life, for sure.
What was the happiest moment, if you could pin it down?
The string day. I think Nick and Ben and Paul and Pip, you were there as well, weren't you? There you go. It was fucking epic to be in that room. We had like, I don't know, 20 string players or something like that. Crazy, something that I'd always dreamed of. And I cried my eyes out, but it was just therapeutic to see something come to life like that. Best day.
I feel like we saw the documentary as well, like making an album is very emotional and it takes a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
What were you doing for yourself outside of music to kind of, I suppose, keep sane, keep rational, and also give yourself the space to like create the songs you wanted to create?
I think I had to put releasing on pause. I've done it before where I've released a song and I've been mixing and mastering the next one, and it's so stressful to be in two worlds at once of you're a songwriter and this, and then you're actually having to make the content and do the shows, and it's my brain can't split in two. So I had to do that for myself, and I think that didn't help necessarily with algorithms coming back after 18 months when you've not really posted on Instagram and you've not fed Spotify for a while and things like that. You do have to kind of start again, and you go, oh shit, I was there on New Music Friday and now I'm not on it. Okay, we've got to build that back up. And so I think that was hard, but it was so good for my mental health to just kind of take that step back and be like, I'm going to put my all into making the music and then release it when I'm ready. Also, I didn't date. We've heard that in Youngest I'll Ever Be. Just say 18 months now, been 3 years. So anyone single, I'll be over here. I think it's mainly gays in here.
But also, like, regardless of romantic love, so loved. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you are so loved by so many people that, like, in time.
I feel it, and I think that fills a hole. Yeah.
Does it help when you're creating an album to... It fills a hole. Sorry, it was in my head and I was like, I have to say it. Does it help when you're creating an album to kind of step away from, like, algorithms and social media? Because I feel like if you're thinking about that when you're creating a project, you're just going to think, like, is this a viral TikTok dance?
Yes.
Is this a viral lyric? Do you have to completely shut that down?
Yeah, because I always said I wanted to make an album that didn't cater to those platforms. It doesn't, no offence, Maya, but it doesn't cater to radio.
I'm still playing it tomorrow, so she lost.
Hotel Delilah on Radio 1 tomorrow.
Don't clap it, clap her!
And we loved that, but I wanted to make an album that felt like it stepped out of an era 50 years ago, and it didn't pander to be a TikTok trend or be 3 minutes or anything like that. I just, every single thing and every minute that goes by in that record it has a purpose behind it. And I made a record that I wanted to make, and I just didn't really listen to anyone else, because I think I've done that before on EPs. I've like followed trends in the charts and stuff, and I think to make myself happy I had to go, what music did I listen to as a child? Who were the artists that raised me? Let's do really like noticeable nods to those. You hear it in Super Love Me, ABBA, ELO, Robbie, Youngest I'll Ever Be. Like there's so much in there where I'm like, I made this for me.
And what is it about them musicians that you love so much?
It's timeless music, I think. And I'd like to think that you could listen to this album in 30, 40 years' time and it wouldn't necessarily sound dated, because it already kind of sounds dated in a way. It sounds like some of the songs have come out of the 70s. And I think just making a classic album following those classic musicians, that their music stands the test of time, that's what I love about them. That was a really long-winded answer, sorry.
Now it's out in the world. How do you feel? How did you celebrate when it first came out, and how do you feel now?
So I went to Rick's, Manager Rick. Can we have a massive applause for Manager Rick? And Manager Kat. Manager Kat, fuck me, she's done the whole of tonight. All of the merch, everything. Like, these two are my second family. I've been with them for 10 years. And we had it the day we got the phone call from Psycho. Rick rang me and he said, come to my house, we'll have a curry, we'll have a gin and tonic, we'll figure out what to do next. And we did the same thing on album release night. He said, come to my house, we'll have a Chinese, which was great.
What was your order?
Deep fried chili beef and salt and pepper chips. Yes. And we popped a bottle of Prosecco, which took us a while, on Instagram Live. And yeah, that's how we celebrate. Because my team and my family and this album would not be possible without them, so celebrate it with them. Always.
Did it feel strange at all putting things that were so vulnerable out into the world, or did you feel like you're kind of used to that now? Do you ever get used to that?
You don't get used to the fear of your parents hearing something. That's always scary. But I think having a first single like Invisible, for anyone that was here for Invisible, so just so much of a diary entry and a therapy session that I think I have to always do that for myself, but also that's what these guys look for in my music, is just honesty, quite brutally honest. And yeah, there is some people outside. Are they locked out? Can we let them sneak in? I feel really bad if there's anyone out there. But yeah, anyway, it's fun. I think it's good for me to get it out there. Yeah.
If someone in this room by some miracle hasn't heard the album, what would be the dream way for someone to listen? Like, picture the whole scene. Like, where would they be? What would they be doing? Who would they be with?
So I said this on release night. If you've got 53 minutes, turn your lights off in your room, lie on your bed, put your best headphones on, close your eyes. I think that's the best way to do it, because I made an album that is meant to be listened to in its entirety. It's got like a bookend thing with Youngest I'll Ever Be and 25.
Was the whole order important?
Yeah. It really was, and it was hard, wasn't it, Paul? Wherever you are. It was hard to choose the track order, Jesus. And then the curveball of writing MDE 6 months after we'd mastered it, I was like, for fuck's sake. Because then we had to change all the timings and the gaps between songs, and, you know, it's everything is thought out to the T. But, yeah, it was difficult, but we've made a journey that it has been nice to receive messages where they're like, I can see why you told me to listen to it in its fullest, because now I don't want to do anything but that. So, it's good.
And speaking of receiving messages, earlier today you asked your fans for a few questions. I've got a few here that I particularly loved. Who is the male voice in Butterflies?
So it's Ben. Ben. It felt so correct because me and Ben wrote Butterflies in Rick's shed in his there you are, in your garden. It is a studio/office. I make it sound a little more dingy than it actually is, but we wrote it together by the guitar, and we sung it together. And so I really wanted to have him on the album because he's also written 6 songs with me across the album. So yeah, it's been a proper mini team, and yeah, it felt very important for me to always have those people that have got me to where I am to be involved with stuff, like the people that have played on the record and now my band. So it's like, it's always family vibes.
How many songs did you write while you were writing the album, and how did you narrow them down for the actual album?
How many did we write, Paul? Like 35 maybe?
The long list was 52.
Oh shit, right. 52.
And she's going to perform them all tonight.
Yeah. It was hard. There was songs called The Wrong Side of 25 as well. Like I really wanted to work that in somewhere, and I was very picky. But what I really didn't want to do, which is what I've done before, is pick songs from a batch I wrote in 2018, and it feels like all of my EPs have just been me going, shit, I need to get something out quickly, let's just pick something that I wrote 4 years ago that I don't really relate to anymore, doesn't really feel like me. So that's why it took so long. Thanks for being patient. And we had to get it right. What was the second half of the question?
It was, how did you narrow it down?
With great difficulty, towards the end, there's obviously some standouts where you're like, well, Another Night, duh. Super Love Me, duh. But
what's
like,
your favourite song?
25. I love Super Love Me, and maybe it's just because it's a single and I'm sick to death of it now, in a loving way. I've always loved 25, I think, lyrically, and just the way that it surprises you and the way that it feels like my thank you Wembley and good night moment, which I may never get to have in my career. I love that that's on my record for me. But yeah, Lonely Long Enough was the last one to go on there, which is weird because it's got some proper stands. But I wasn't that arsed about that one. Now I love it. Production helped.
Do you think there'll be a deluxe album?
Oh. It's a good question.
You run out of money.
If everyone buys merch tonight, then maybe there'll be a deluxe album.
Buy a vinyl. Maybe. I mean, there's some songs on there. There's some that we've performed at shows. Anyone who was here at Forge shows over the past year? Yeah. Okay, we did like a run once a month. It was a really tiny room of about 30 people, and we were just testing out some songs, and there was some songs on there that we performed that people were like, why is it not on the album? So I think maybe at the moment, I'm like, someone commented on my Instagram the other day when I was like, my album's out, and they were like, I really want you to release Hesitate. I was like, fuck off. Just dropped an entire album. It's taken me 3 years. Leave me alone. But yeah, maybe. There's some good songs hidden there, actually. Yeah.
I feel like I'm being teased.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I've got one more question from a fan before we hear you sing, which I'm all very excited for. I feel like we've talked about the music so much, but it needs a second to appreciate the music videos. They're all incredible. How did you come up with the ideas for each of them? Also, I love the little Easter eggs tonight I've seen.
Yeah, have you seen the Grace Museum that we've got going around? There's like the Another Night outfit, the Super Love Me dress. There's a spare ear from the prosthetic ones that we used in the MDE music video. So, yeah, there's some bits over in that way. I think the music videos just generally come from things that we say day to day. So I think Another Night, I was saying I really want a kind of 70s old school, like Top of the Pops style music video, but I accidentally said Pop of the Tops. And so I was like, that's kind of slay. And then we're not going to get, no one's going to come and no one's going to sue us. So yeah, that was really fun. And I kept saying to directors, I want to do Pop of the Tops. And everyone kept telling me I didn't have enough money to do it, but we made it happen. And then Super Love Me came from a conversation that me and Rick were having on FaceTime, where I said I wanted something fun, but I didn't know how to make another performance music video kind of fun. And we were talking about things that you say before you go online, like, I'm really nervous, I'll just picture the audience naked. And I was like, well, weirdest day of my life.
Yeah, how was that? I feel like we need to debrief.
Do you know what? I've not really mentioned it online. I still need to do a post kind of like just noting everyone that was involved in that. But
how did you get, was it like people who loved being nude, or was it people who would like, do you know what I mean, like, was it like nude artists, so they're like, oh, I'll be nude?
I think there was a bit of both.
Yeah,
there was some people that was really, really up for it, which was wild. There was also a moment where Oscar, the director, was like, oh, we're gonna get a shot of everyone's bums wiggling, but like we'll clear the room for that. And I was like, all right, cool. So me and the band are on stage, and then the intimacy coordinator, which we had to have fancy, came over and was like, so we're going to do the nude shot now. And we're like, okay. So they're like, so everybody prepare. And then they just all derobed. And we're like, I can see cocks and tits and balls and everything. And I was like really trying not to make eye contact with anyone. And we had to perform the song 4 times. Everyone just completely naked. Because obviously the camera gets the arse, so I get the cock. Not complaining, it's been 3 years. But no, it was wild. But I think, and same with MDE, right? Like, oh, this guy that's been chewing my ear off all night, and then you think, well, you could actually do that in a music video. So I wanted everything to be quite literal. To round that back to the actual question.
No, I feel like, how did it feel to live that hellscape of a dream where people are like, oh, just picture the whole room naked? Is it as bad as it seems, or is it okay?
It was actually really fun, because everyone that was on the set that day was an absolute legend, because you could not pay me enough money to get naked in front of anyone. So again, it's been 3 years. But I just completely applauded them. And they made us feel comfortable as well. They were like flirting with each other and everything. It was hilarious.
Imagine a like Grace Davies romance.
No,
how did
honestly,
you meet?
Grace's Love Island. Yeah, exactly that. Set of Super Love Me music video. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for having a chat. And now we get to hear you sing, which is even lovelier, right?
Thank you, Maia. We love Maia Beth. This is John. Everybody say hi, John. I'm very excited to have this album out, because I think there's a lot of people that think when you've released an album it's the end, but actually it's very much the beginning. And now the hard work starts of going viral on TikTok. So if you can all use the Hotel Delilah sound when you leave, that'll be great. But we're going to sing some of the songs for you. I ain't got a set list. Have you got a set list? We'll figure it out. Nah, let's do A Wonderful, Boring, Normal Life. I guess that's where it all started, right? We wrote this in November. Oh, hello, Reverb. We wrote this in November 2022. And it brought me from the brink of quitting. So, hope you like it. And if you know it, please sing along. Because this time you didn't pay to hear me sing, so give me my moment.
come home and hold someone, and that's okay. I don't need a fairy tale, no glass slipper or a wedding veil. No, I'm not asking for a lot. Forgive the irony and just humor me. Oh my, there's this movie in my mind where you zip up my dress and I tie up your tie, and we sit on the sofa with a bottle of wine. Oh why, God knows I'll try just to find someone to leave all their shoes at the foot of the bed, and I sleep on the right because you sleep on the left, and then I give you a drawer where you could put all your shit, and you'd say I'm moving quick for someone scared of commitment. So I'd swing by your mother's for coffee and cry. She'd tell me you've been this way since you were a child. Oh my, all I want is a wonderful, boring, normal life. You don't know me yet. You're playing hard to get, and I kinda like, you just wait and see. I'm who you're dying to meet, and you're gonna like me. No, I don't need the picket fence. Horse and carriage wouldn't make no sense, 'cause I make the diamonds in my life. Forgive the irony and just sing with me. Oh my, there's this movie in my mind where you take off my dress and I rip off your tie, and we on the sofa all day and all night. Oh why, God knows I'm trying just to find someone to leave all their shoes at the foot of the bed, and I sleep on the right because you sleep on the left, and then I give you a drawer where you could put all your shit, and you say I'm moving quick for someone scared of commitment. So I'd swing by your mother's for coffee and cry. She'd tell me you've been this way since you were a child. Oh my, all I want is a wonderful, boring, normal life. Another night? Thank you. Oh, I'd love me Coke. Oh, thank you. That's a drink, by the way. It's not party time yet. There's karaoke booths upstairs, by the way, guys. I'm so excited. Who's doing rock DJ with me? And they've got my songs on as well. Don't feel obliged, but also feel obliged. If I walk in and you do another night, I will join you. And on that note, we will do another night. So this was the first song that we wrote for the album. We wrote A Wonderful Boring Normal Life, and then I said to Paul, oh shit, you bastard, you're really good, you've made me want to do an album. And we said, well, we'll book out some days, and this was the first day of the album writing process. And I was like, bugger, it's really good, isn't it? So that was me, Ben and Paul. Dream team, I'm telling you. Anyway, this is another night, very sad version, but feel free to sing with me if you'd like. I got emotional last night. You came home with a different look in your eyes, and I pointed the finger. I put the blame to exist where it didn't. Turns out I'm a paranoid mess when I'm in love. Sit me down and you tell me you've had quite enough, and you look like you mean it. You said it before, but I've never quite seen it. You said that you never leave for me. Can we start over again? I'll be better this time, believe in me. Why don't you put up a fight? I don't need you to go easy. Just give me another night. You don't need to forgive me. Just give me another night, another night, oh, another night, another night, oh, another night, another night, oh, another night. I throw my eyes to the ceiling, I shout out and I scream into the dark of the night, but the silence is deafening. Guess it's better than the turmoil I'm recollecting. Clothes in a suitcase and he's straight out the door. It's on the news that there's one hell of a storm in the store. It's getting personal and I'm past emotional. I'm on my knees, I'm so damn weak, he's letting go of my hand. You said that you never leave for me. Can we start over again? I'll be better this time, believe in me. Why don't you put up a fight? I don't need you to go easy. Just give me another night. You don't need to forgive me. Just give me another night, another night, oh, another night, another night, oh, another night, another night, oh, another night. Nice.
Thank you. I didn't know when that was going to end. What have we got? Do you want to do the one that we've never done before? Just to make things really hard. So I chatted a little about this earlier, but MDE is a song that I wrote that I didn't ever write for myself. It was me, Ben and Paul again, here we are. And album was done, we mastered it in March, which is like the last step of music, and it was sat on my hard drive, and it was just after A Wonderful Boring Normal Life came out, and I was like, I think I'm in the mood to write. Let's write something fun, let's write for someone else, we'll pitch it. I sang it in an American accent, it was never supposed to be for me. And then I would say that this is the most fun I've ever had in a studio. That and Hotel Delilah, which we just pissed our sides at, right? And that song is pure filth. But MDE was really fun. And I'm glad that you guys liked it because it's so different to what I've done before. So thanks for, what's the word? I don't know, letting me get away with that. This is MDE.
Hello, 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 so nice to meet you. Or less reverb, please. My name is Ty, just look at my eyes. I'd rather be anywhere than talking to. Oh, you've got a dog and play golf on weekends. Please tell me more, I love a bore. Can't wait to be friends. Help, I think my eyes are stuck to the ceiling. They might have rolled out of control right when you mansplained your own way into a grave of rocks and chairs and porn star martinis. Thank you. Please pass a shovel and some dirt. This man's still breathing. I called emergency services to get me. They get a lot of calls, but they know this man will let me. Who said that there's fun in conversation? You dress it up like it's modern day ejaculation. And whoop, there goes my little bit of patience. You could have come, but now the train has left the station. And whoop, la 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 la. Well, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci.
No, I wouldn't like your number, please and mercy. Oh, have mercy on me. Can you take a hint? What? Think I need a respirator, 'cause your mouth is full of shit. I called emergency services to get me. They get a lot of calls when they know there's men more than me. And who said that there's fun in conversation? You dress it up like it's modern day ejaculation. And whoop, there goes my little bit of patience. You could have come and now the train has left the station. And you said, can we try to cut the tension? I'm looking around the room to find the tension that you mentioned. Yeah, and take a break from all the condescension. How you're not a virgin is beyond my comprehension. Ooh, la 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 la. Ooh, 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 la 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 la. Ooh, ooh. Come on, John. All right, London, are you ready for a little bit of audience participation? Okay, so you're gonna go M, D, E, but do it on beat. Ready? M, D, E, M, D. Keep it going. Emma got a call on her phone tonight from a divorcee on an E-line bike. He's done a lot of coke in an old bar one. Yeah, there's someone home, but the lights aren't on. I know that she's tired and she wants her bed, but she can't say no to a fuckboy's text. Lying in her shame in his unwashed sheets, a Lothario where his girlfriend sleeps. What? Keeps it short and sweet like he's in a rush. Yet it's not that deep and it's not that fun. Screaming in his ear, can you please slow down? 'Cause there's no one here getting off right now. Off right now. Off right now. God. Who said that there's fun in conversation? And whoop, there goes my little bit of patience. You could have come and now the train has left the station. You said, can we try to cut the tension? I'm looking around the room to find the tension that you mentioned. Yeah, and take a break from all the condescension. How you're not a virgin is beyond my comprehension. La 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 la. Ooh 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 ah ah ah. La 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 la. Okay, class. Shall we teach them all what we've learned in school today? Well, that's right. And while I've got your attention, never trust a man who's out in Canary Wharf with a strawberry daiquiri or something like that. Thank you. Okay. Well, thanks for that. That was really fun. If you've not got tickets yet, I'm doing a show in November at the Jazz Cafe. And it's going to be really, really, really fun. We're going to have full band. It's going to be the first time that I play the whole album. So if you're free on 6th of November, something like that. Fact check later. Paul's giving it the nod. Please get a ticket. It'd be nice to see you. But I'm just about to bring it down. I'm really sorry because I should have done these the other way around. But there's a song on the album called Butterflies. Do you like it? Good. It's about my grandparents and their battle with Alzheimer's and dementia. I say battle, but you know, it's something that affects a lot of people. And it's a really lovely tribute to them. So I'm glad that you like it. And me and my mum were having a conversation over the weekend about that song, and just the fact that, you know, their memory lives on, but also that song will outlive every single person in this room. And I love that for them. So this is Butterflies.
Yesterday you said my name. I've heard it called 1,000 times, but you don't make it sound the same. My future flashed before my eyes, and something told me I'd be fine with your shoulder next to mine. There when the world gets hard to take, I'll be a lighthouse, so safe, so safe. When you're tired of getting older, the cracks begin to show up. There's creases around your eyes for all to see. And when memories disappear, well, I'll still hold them dear. 'Cause butterflies don't fly away with years. Today you woke me from a dream, but how could I ever be mad when you're the first thing that I see? I went downstairs and made you tea. When you forgot and it went cold, I replaced it secretly. All of the things that bother me, you make them fade so easy, so easy. When you're tired of getting older, the cracks begin to show up. There's creases around your eyes for all to see. And when memories disappear, well, I'll still hold them dear. 'Cause butterflies don't fly away with years. With years. With years. With years. With years. When it rains in the kitchen, when you change your religion, when you're sick of forgiving, with years. And when you're starting to wither and not getting better, and you can't quite remember, when you're tired of getting older, the cracks begin to show up. There's creases around your eyes for all to see. And when memories disappear, well, I'll still hold them dear. 'Cause butterflies don't fly away with years. 'Cause butterflies don't fly away with years.
Thank you. We'll just do one more song, and then I'm going to open the bar because I know you're all gasping. So am I. I just wanted to say to anyone that stood in this line with me here, you can see me outside. It's hilarious. This screen is on the window, and every time I look outside, I'm like, jump scare. So we're going to finish on a song that really brought this album to life. I can't thank you enough for the reception on this one. 500,000 streams in a week. Woo! pretty ridiculous. Release day, just ringing Rick at about 3 o'clock, and I was like, we've got 50,000 streams, it's only 3 o'clock. It was fucking wild. Way surpassed Roots, which I never thought would happen again in my career. So thank you. And before I go and get pissed with you all, just thank you for being here. I know it's really crowded and really hot in here, but it means an absolute load to celebrate this album with the people that have brought it to life. Look, it's release week. If we don't buy albums and buy merch now, physical merch, then we'll never have a shot at any sort of indie chart or anything like that. So if you're feeling generous, let's try and make it happen. There's vinyls, there's CDs, there's cassettes, there's iTunes downloads. It all counts and all matters. But thank you either way for being here and spending this evening with me. I'll never, ever, ever forget it. This is Super Love Me. Thanks so much for humouring me. Thank you to everyone on the live stream as well. I know there's people watching at home. Big camera there. Can we all give it a wave? Ah, yeah. You all right, love? That'll be me mum at home. When did you change your mind? Where were the warning signs? Did you wake up and decide that goodbye was too much effort for you? Dressed in your best disguise, left as quick as a kiss goodnight. It ain't cruel to be kind when you serve the kind of cruel you do. How can somebody turn into somebody that you don't know? It felt so supernatural to have you hold me, super kind of comfortable to have you around. Why do you have to make it like you super love me? If you're only gonna go and super let me down, hung up on emotions that you never showed me. It's hard to stop the wishing and the wondering why. Why'd you have to make it like you super love me? If you're only gonna go and super make me cry. See, the thing is, oh yeah, go on, do it again. 1, 2, 3, go. Why'd you super love me? That was Paul. And a little bit of Will in there as well. But the thing is about this guy, he's actually I Met a Boy Online guy, who we couldn't have loved him harder. Full 180. Lived in my flat during lockdown, went home, 2 blue ticks, never heard from him again. It's been 5 years. Traumatized, but what a great song to get out of that. Baby, you're playing hide and seek, and you're so much better than me. It hurts me too much thinking that you had someone better to be. And now I feel like the blame is on me, but I was ever so careful to follow your lead. I never asked for flowers, just some common decency. And how can somebody turn into somebody that you don't know? It felt so supernatural to have you hold me, super kind of comfortable to have you around. Why do you have to make it like you super love me? If you're only gonna go and super let me down, hung upon emotions that you never showed me. It's hard to stop the wishing and the wondering why. Why do you have to make it like you super love me? If you're only gonna go and super make me cry. My misery loves company. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. This is for you. This night is for you. Enjoy it. Go get your free drinks. See you in karaoke. Love you so much.